So let's get it started. All right, you guys, thanks for hopping on. We're super excited to be back from Austin, Texas, even though it was absolutely beautiful there. I was a big fan of, a lot of things that were there, and it just was so much fun. But the event is really what we want to talk about. And I know Taylor has pages and pages of notes that she took down. And so we're going to have her kind of kick it off. And, we're going to just basically tell you our aha moments, what we learned, what we feel could benefit you, and also, your teams. And going into that, I just really want to take a minute to emphasize that events is basically like your training events. So think about like you're training for like a regular job, right? So let's say you have like a regular position. It doesn't matter what you do. You probably have like training, right? You have like a way to learn or to maximize your skills or to get better at what you're doing. And this is no different, okay? When we go to these events, not only is it fun, you get to, experience a lot of different things, but it's to make your business better. It's to make you better at this business. And I just think that they're so important. So I'm going to stop talking. Taylor, go ahead and start us off with the first panel. What was kind of, said.
Okay. So like the first panel was the whole like ambassador mindset. Like I am an ambassador diamond. Like you have to think like an ambassador to be an ambassador. So the first thing was just talking about that, like being intentional. All of the ambassadors are intentional with their time. Everybody has the same amount of time in the day, and it's just what you do with it. Because there's nothing different between you and an ambassador diamond than the work that you put in. And then like, have you given up your likes for the things that you love? So like you love this business, you love the money this business can bring in, but you may have to give up some of your likes to get that income, to get the love. So sacrificing an hour a night, like sacrificing your favorite TV show is something you like, and then you're going to sacrifice that to get something you love, like the income you love. So that was something I took. And something that really hit hard for me was if you don't show up to work, you don't get paid. So why do you expect to get paid in your business if you aren't showing up? So like you go to an hourly job, you show up, you get paid. If you aren't showing up for work, like for your business, if you're not posting, if you're not messaging, if you're not showing up, how in the world do you expect to make money with this? How can you get paid if you're not showing up day in and day out? You can't take breaks. Otherwise you're not going to get paid. And then put it out there where you're going. So like all of these like top leaders, these ambassador diamonds, they put it out there every single month if they're shooting for a promotion. So why in the world are you not claiming it? It may be like climbing a mountain, but you have to put it out there before it will ever happen. How in the world is everybody supposed to know where you're going if you're not claiming it, if you're not confident in it? So you have to put it out there for the world to see in order for it to happen. So that was like the first panel. Don't know if anybody else had anything they wanted to add to that, but like the next panel, if you do, like just unmute yourself. But the next panel was how to build your lists. And I know Natalie had some tips on this, but I'll let her talk about that because I know she wanted to kind of go over that. And I don't know if she's busy, but that was like how to build your list, like host to post and things like that. Are you going to talk about that?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
So this was something that really stood out to me, and I haven't done this just yet, but as I'm moving, and I feel like our team, like everyone's been moving in recent, and it's a good thing, right? Because if you're moving, you're expanding your environment, you're expanding your network, whether you know it or not, but here's a way to maximize it. So I heard this message and I kind of already tweaked it to make it, fit to what I'm doing. But basically you can say like, hey, I was wondering if you knew anyone who could use an extra income. I'm expanding my network in your area and didn't know if you knew anyone who would be interested that I could help. So I was going to, tweak that and say like, I'm relocating to Vero Beach, and I was wondering like if you knew anyone that could use extra income. So not only are you starting to build a relationship with that person that you're messaging, but then they're also going to let you know who they know, or, like it just plants a seed basically in their head. And then it just gets you talking to that person. Cause I know for me, like I've been targeting friends that live in Vero Beach, like on Facebook, and I haven't messaged them yet. But like one of them, I started like having a host, like she did a host post and it took off. So like that relationship's already started, but now I can take it a step further and even ask her, who do you know, or would you be interested? But going back to what they said, before you let them go. So don't just message those people that, and like you can see where people live on Facebook or Instagram, if they geotag, and you can find people that way too by the geotag. Like if they have a lot of people, or if they have a lot of photos in like Vero Beach or whatever city that they keep tagging, obviously they probably live there, right? Like I know for me on Instagram, I tag a lot of Tampa because that's where I'm currently at. But you can do that to find people, like if you're moving, if you're traveling, if you're going on vacation, whatever the case is. But what was really cool is that she said, before I let you go, and then you're basically pitching them to host a post right then and there. My team is doing a $1,000 giveaway, and I wanted to offer you an entry for being so sweet to me. Would you be interested? It's free to enter, and all you do is post this for me. Automatically send the post. I was like, that is gold. Why haven't we been doing that all the time? Like, I ain't got time to wait for them to say yes or no. And when they read that, they read the $1,000, they read the post. It's psychology. It's all about the flow of the conversation. So if they see that, they're going to be like, yeah, I'm putting that up right now so I can win $1,000. You know what I mean? Like it takes the excitement and it kind of forces them to like run with it, versus just like maybe getting back to you later. And then once you finally send them the post, then they forget about, it's quicker. I feel like everything will be quicker, and the chances of you getting more host to post out would be faster. So not only are you planting the seed, you're expanding your network, then you're growing your network even more with a host to post, and then you're basically showing her how we work the business. So it's just so many different things that could happen from one message of reaching out to someone you don't know. So this isn't like a weird way either, like that you're spamming them, or you're, just like randomly cold messaging them. It's basically like you're asking them, who do they know? Like it's gold. Like I was blown away by that, you guys. And yeah, I can send it in the chats. But I was trying to think what else. What was next after that? Is it back to you now?
I can unmute myself. Yeah, the are they interested and now what panel? Like that was something I loved, this panel. So like you've made a post, or somebody's made a post for you and somebody has commented. So now what? I liked this because usually, like, I haven't ever really sent for host to post for distributors, but it's something that I'm going to start doing. And, or if they've commented on your post about like making money, messaging them and saying, hey, what do you do for work now? And then how much income do you want to make in the next 60 to 90 days? I thought that was so good because you're getting their goals up front. You are asking them like, what do they do now? Because sometimes like they think that this is going to replace their full-time income, like from the get-go. Because like a lot of us now make more than a full-time income. So they're thinking like, well, they have to do that from the get-go. Like, no, you don't have to. But I thought that was really good. And can you tell me more about you and what questions do you have? Like asking just questions to them, to see like what they have, not overwhelming them with a ton of information. And then following up on Thursdays instead of Fridays. Amber Parker talked about this. She was saying that she follows up on Thursdays because a lot of people get paid either on Thursdays or Fridays. The majority of people get paid on Fridays. But if you're following up on Thursdays, you're already planting that seed and like getting them to think about it before Friday comes, because Friday comes, you follow up. A lot of people do it in the evening, and half the time their money's already spent. Like in the beginning of the day, they pay all their bills and everything first, and then they don't have the extra income. They're going to go out Friday night. They're going to like be busy Friday evening. So they're not going to be able to get back to you. And by Monday, that time comes around, like their money's already gone and they have to wait till next payday. So following up on Thursday is so huge because it's already planting that seed. They're making it a priority, and like you're just getting in front of everything. And then like for this month, saying June is the best month to join because we have XYZ. Like we've extended these bonuses. We have the guarantee in place right now. Making sure that you're like hyping it up, showing them the value of this business. And like right now that it is the best time to get started, because if you're going to Green Carpet, like you've got these coupon codes too. So, and then don't assume what people can afford. I had a girl tell me she could not, like today, tell me she could not afford the monthly shipment for the Thermofite X. Like that's not expensive. But she joined the business and was going to drop $300 just like that to join the business today. Like seriously. And she couldn't get like the coupon for the 300. So she joined for the 99, got the half off, and then boosted her pack and ended up spending like $150, but she couldn't afford the Thermofite X. Like it's just, it blew my mind. Don't assume what people can afford. They will make it a priority. And then everyone joins for 99, but I recommend this pack, like the new packs that we have. I really like it because this girl, like I said, was going to drop $300 on that number 2 pack because she got more products. And I told her, like everyone joins for the 99, but I recommend this pack because I will show you how to sell all of these samples and make cash ASAP, because that second option has a ton of products and you can show them how to make sample cash just like that. So I thought that was really good. And that's all I got out of that panel, but I thought it was like so good.
It's so crazy how people don't see the value in becoming a customer. That sounded familiar, Taylor, but then
I know, and it blew my mind because we just talked about that this weekend.
So this is where I feel like there's a lot of mental block when it comes to this business. Like we're like, oh, they're broke, they can't afford it. No, they're just choosing. I straight up just had another girl tell me this. I'm choosing not to spend $99 on this business again because I tried it and I failed. So people will tell you, and I'm like, well, then why did you tell me you don't have the money? Like this just happened. She's like, well, I just don't want to do it. Okay, well then just say that. You know what I mean? Like people will always say, I don't have the money. I don't have the money. But that's not true. Like they're lying, honestly. Like they're 99% sure lying, because they do have the money. They do have a, emergency credit card. They do have someone they could ask for money. It's just that's their easier way out. But aside from that, okay, when it comes to the products in the business, something I have learned over the last 3 years is that if you pitch only, like if you pitch someone that wants to lose weight only the products as a customer, and they're not saying yes, it's time to pitch the business. Why? Because they may see value in spending $49, losing weight, and making a paycheck back. Because we have to remember, we're talking to all different color personalities, you guys. Me as a red, that's what got me. She said, oh, if you want more wraps, it's $59. Or for $40 more, you can become a distributor and get paid to use them. I'm like, sign me up. That was what got me, is that she just said it's $40 more to make money back. And then she told me about the $500 Ruby bonus at the time. And I was like, yep, that's mine too. I'm in. Yep, let's go. So that's what got me started, you guys. So we still have to kind of figure out the verbiage when it comes to these new packs because they just changed. But don't look at it as, oh, they don't want to join me. They don't want to buy my product. No, you're just not offering them the right fit for them, okay? Because maybe they are struggling at their job. Maybe they have been curious about the business, but they haven't spoken up, you guys. They just don't know it's an option unless we present it to them. So don't get caught up on what they're saying. Be smarter than them, because you guys are the professionals, right? We are the experts on this business, on how to talk to people, and that's what we're going to teach them. So I always look at it like that, is if you're saying no, offer them that. And the same thing goes with upselling. And this is something I wrote down, and upselling has been like my jam lately. It's been what I've been focusing on. If you're on my team, you know, like 60 BV or bust, like we ain't doing no 30 BVs no more, because the answer is always no unless you ask. That's so true for this business opportunity. That's so true for upselling. You guys, don't you want your customers to get the best results? Don't you want to change their life? Taylor just like lost an inch in her face in 2 months because of the Thermofite and Skinny Mocha. Like we just posted a side by side from Asheville to this event. Okay. And that picture would have never happened if we didn't go to events. So, but that's a side note. I'm just saying, like, your customers are going to get the best results, and then they're going to be loud and proud about it, and they're going to send you referrals, and then they're going to want to join because people keep asking them, what did you do? And then it's a domino effect. But it all starts with you, okay? What are you offering your customer? Are you just happy to get the 30 BV? Cool, that's great. That is great. Don't get me wrong. A yes is great. But wouldn't it be better to have 99 BV? Because all you got to do is follow the scripts that we have to upsell them the cleanse, and then you upsell them the mocha dreams. Or we can even start taking it a step further. I got a script from someone where they're upselling the fat fighters and I think the cleanse and whatever else, like right off the get-go, after you get their credit card. That's how I have learned to upsell the best, but everyone has a different method. I get that. I'm just saying, don't settle for one product. And if they do only get one product, that is great. And you planted the seed for next month, okay? Or you planted the seed for their next paycheck when they have extra money and then they do buy it. I've had people place 3, 4, 5 orders in 1 month because they keep getting paid. They keep wanting more product. People don't care about paying an extra couple dollars for shipping. So it's just your mentality with it, okay? So just start journaling that all your customers are upselling. All your customers want all the products. Like, what you speak and what your mindset is with this business is what you're going to get. But when it comes to upselling, something that they said is, did you have someone push products on you? What is holding you back from really upselling? I want you guys to think about it. What is holding you back from offering people more product? Because it's something that's going on within you, you know? So if someone tried pushing products onto you, remember that, but try to do it differently. Be better than that. Don't make them feel like you're just trying to get their money. And I feel like that's with the psychology aspect of waiting to upsell until after you get your credit card, because you're not confusing them. You're not overwhelming them. You're not just keep throwing stuff at them. Like, you earn their trust. They gave you their credit card. And then, right, like Alexa just said, make it a suggestion. Instead of thinking it as an upsell, think it's about providing a custom package. That was gold. So basically, that's what I've been telling my people. I'm like, this is going to get you the best weight loss results. All my customers are upgrading to the keto triple threat with the cleanse. So that's what I started like pitching them. And because they hear that, they're like, oh, okay, if everyone's doing it, I want to do it, right? So social acceptance. Because we want lifetime customers. We want to make sure that they're happy and that they're going to keep using the products, because we've had how many people say in recent, like, Thermal Fight X ain't cutting it, right? So you need to offer them more products. That way they are happy. I can't talk today. So something else that I just want to touch on a little bit, unless you had something to add after that with the upselling, Taylor. No? Okay. So Marwa Ali, right? Is that how you say your name? Hopefully. She just went, double diamond on her 2.0 in like 30 days, I think. So y'all, that's crazy. Okay. And you want to know why our collagen is sold out? It's because of her team. She pitches them 4 bags right off the get-go. Like, they buy 4 bags at a time because she focuses on the skincare. She also sells the cleanse as a skincare product. Cleanse, not cleanser, cleanse. Because if your face is breaking out, it's because you're toxic. Like, you have toxins inside you that are coming out. That's basically what acne is. It's like built up of bacteria and whatever. So when you don't assume their budget, like, people are going to spend. And when you suggest things that are going to give them the best results, like if they have acne, obviously, you know, hair, skin, and nails are our skincare line, but think about what's going internally. Like, when your inside's happy, your outside looks happy too. So that was really, really huge for me. And how she markets and like gets so many sales and like promotions is she focuses on giving value to her audience. So her thing is makeup. So do we have anyone that loves makeup on our team, or that loves doing, you know, beauty stuff? Go live and share tips. Casey, my accountability partner, she talked about how she goes live and does cooking videos, and she shares recipes, and they go viral, you guys. So if you're good at putting on makeup, if you know how to use like highlight and makeup brushes, like I don't, like I would love to watch and learn. And other people too, like that just gets you caught up in like learning about something. But then she also like pitches our products within those videos. Same thing with cooking. So find something that you're good at, and then basically use that as your advantage to maximize, to teach people something. And then your page is going to have all eyes on you. People are going to be in your inbox, and then you can pitch, you know, figure out a way to pitch the products depending on what you're talking about. But that was really interesting for me to hear, because we do always focus on the weight loss, which you just have to find your niche, you guys. If you don't have a good time like selling Skinny Mocha because you hate coffee, don't try and sell it, because people can sense if you're serious and if you're passionate about it. So maybe you need to try the skincare line. Maybe that's your jam. And she just showed us that you can be super successful by focusing on the skincare. Okay, so let's talk color personalities, Taylor.
I don't know if I can even do this justice after Ashley Mayfield talked about this. Like, it was such a good panel. But like Natalie told me, and I'm going to be reading this book, it's The Color Personalities. I'm not sure what the title is. The 4 Color Personalities for MLM. Yeah. She says it's like so good. That is my next book I am reading. Ashley Mayfield like swears by these color personalities, and it helps you figure out how to talk to people and maximize your results with them. So like reds are goal driven. They're money based and everything. Greens are task oriented. Blues are feeling oriented, and yellows are people oriented. So if you don't know those, there is a website, www.jacobadamo.com, and taking your color personalities and making sure you know what you are. That way you can focus on that, and then how to talk to other people. But being loud about your vision, that's a red personality, which I am, and I know Natalie is primarily red. And then she is secondary green. So like loving lists, loving information. I'm secondary yellow. So like helping people. But knowing what your color personality is so huge. That way you know how to work your business. So like reds, they tend to bulldoze over their team, which is not good. And learning to like not be able, like not doing that. But I loved how they said journal, like Natalie talked about a minute ago, like journaling with your team. I didn't write down a whole lot of notes just because I was trying to retain the information, but being intentional with your team and praises and knowing what your team's color personalities are. So like there are a few of my girls who love to be praised on our team page, shouted out. Some of them love gifts and prizes. Some of them love quality time, like one-on-ones. And it also kind of goes with the love languages, like me and Natalie have discussed, learning your team's color personalities and love languages. That way you know how to reward them for their efforts and when they are successful. And this was really big. There is no color personality for being a jerk. Like, I know that reds are like bulldozed over their team, but that is not an excuse to be a jerk. Like, there is no color personality. And they had a book, Be a People Person by John Maxwell was a book they recommended. But those are all the notes that I took for the color personalities. They're just kind of like bullet points. I didn't know if there was anything else y'all wanted to add to that, but I thought it was a good segment.
Yeah, I actually missed that segment, and I just bought my replay for the live stream because I want to hear it, and I just want to hear everything I missed. And like sometimes like you hear different things different times that like you, if you listen to something again, like you'll hear different things, or you'll learn something different. So that's why I am going to rewatch it, because I love it. I love it. Okay. Knowing how to pitch Fat Fuel. You guys, if you went to this event, you got a free shaker cup and a sample of the new product, which was really cool, and like a little like drawstring bag that they gave out. But they were saying to call it Fat Fuel Avocado. Let's get chocolate wasted, because that sounds so catchy. And if you've seen, what movie was it? Grown Ups. They talked about getting chocolate wasted. The little kid did. And that's funny. People will laugh and they'll remember that. So we have to be original. Because, like, what is Fat Fuel? Like, your BFF, like, people are like, what the heck is that? Like, it makes no sense. Hey, Bianca. So if you say, like, something funny, like Fat Fuel Avocado, like, because it is a fat bomb, but not really. So, like, if we just spin it, like, we have to get creative with how we market it. Because everyone and their mom is posting BFF right now, and it's probably flagged on Facebook. Let's just be honest. Something else I wrote down that I forgot who said it, but They said it's so nice not having to worry about money at night. So if you pick up on like little like tips and things that you hear like from Zooms, always write them down, because you can just add that to one of your lifestyle posts and it's going to click with someone because it clicked with you. So that's something that clicked with me. Play this business to win, not to lose. And then they were, I think, wasn't this Nina's panel? I think she was talking about, I can't wait to become the person it takes to be a millionaire. I was like, whoa. Dang, like that was deep. I was like, that hit me hard. Like, yeah, like we ain't done growing, y'all. Like you are always growing. This business will give you ability to break through glass ceilings. And then she said, like, I never want to go back to being that girl I once was. And I was like, ooh, that is good. I'm going to turn that into a post. So just going to events and hearing stuff like that, I feel like it changes so much because you're just fired up and you have like this new outlook on this business, or like you tweak something and it just helps so much. What was next? Was talking about duplication, multiplication. Was that Ashley Sinclair's panel?
Yes, duplication was the next one.
Okay. Do you want to go into that?
Yeah, I can. Duplication, making sure, like I just wrote down bullet points for this, but always keeping it simple. Like everyone tries to reinvent the wheel and put their spin on it or whatever. Like just keep it simple. And I can't help but think of The Office, like KISS, keep it simple, stupid. Like that's just, it always comes to mind. But like keeping it simple, like we get paid to enroll customers and distributors. Showing your team exactly how to do that, that's all you need to do. Like as a leader, that's all you need to do. And just making sure you're showing it. And like, I mean, this was something huge. Like I tell my team a lot, like what I'm doing and everything, but showing them is just so much different. Like sending screenshots, sending them exactly how I'm doing it. Like you can tell somebody how to do something, but showing them is completely different. And then they said like believe, action, and repeat. Like you have to have the belief, you have to put in the action, and then you have to repeat it. Like those are just the 3 steps: belief, action, repeat, belief, action, repeat. And then treating your business like a business. Obviously, like if you treat it like a hobby, that's how you're going to get paid. If you treat it like a business, that's how you're going to get paid. We get paid to show up. Like I said at the beginning, like you can't go to a job and expect, or you have to go to your job to get paid. You can't expect to get paid and not go to your job. But that's all I had for like the duplication, just showing your team exactly what you're doing day in and day out. Did you have anything else to add to that? Okay. I can't remember what the next one, like what it was titled, but the next segment was, what I wrote down was like a professional networker. That's what we are. Like we are professional networkers. When people say, well, what do you do? Like sometimes we can go on this huge rant about like what we do and things like that, or I'm in MLM or multi-level marketing, like, and people are like, oh, well, that sounds like a pyramid scheme. No, like you're a professional networker. That's how I loved how they put that. That
network
it just
marketing
sounded
professional.
Yeah, I loved how that rolled off the tongue. And they said, like, Joel said this. He said, in order to get a Black Diamond paycheck, you have to run an 80 BB auto shipment. Like that's all you have to do. I mean, you obviously put in the work, but in order to ensure you get paid a paycheck, run your auto shipment. That's just set up from the beginning. Giving people the opportunity, it's up to them what they do with that. So it is a disservice to not tell people what they can have with this business. So making sure your business is open every day, like talking to people about this. It's up to them if they want to jump in. If not, it's totally fine. But that's on them, not on you. Your job is to tell people about this business. That's it, like that, and the products. But that's your job. It's up to them if they decide they want to order or if they want to join. It's just your job to tell them. And you are responsible for what you post. Obviously, we talked about the whole disclaimer, and making sure you post, like if you post anything with the income, making sure you post the income disclaimer. That way you ensure you're protected and don't have anything come back on you.
Basically like your insurance.
Yes.
And that part, it like hit home for me because I'm like, dang, like if you have a regular business, like you have business insurance, like that's just like a thing. Like if you have like a building or like, you know, a kiosk in the mall, like, you know, someone could bulldoze through the mall and like knock all your stuff over and then you lose all this product. Like there's insurance that covers that, right? I'm assuming, I think. So like this is like your insurance for your business when we post that income disclosure statement. And there's people out there right now that are trying to like get us basically, and you know, like sending screenshots and you know, just make sure you're protected. Like if you treat this business serious, like you don't want someone to take it away, right? So that's why we post those income disclosures. And what we found is that right now, if you go back through and you start popping that little like picture under a lot of your posts, that's gonna bump all those posts into the news feed. So I was like, yep, let me do this right now. All the promotion posts, any like business pitch that you've recently like, you know, had lifestyle posts out there, anything that you're doing, talking about the money, showing, you know, what the business can do, or talking about, you know, making money online or whatever the case is, you need to put that income disclosure. Same thing on stories. So like get creative, paste it on a cute picture. Like you don't just have to post it like looking, you know, tacky black and white. Like get creative with it, incorporate it into your story. That way you're covered. And that way too, I feel like when people see that, sorry, Taylor, I didn't mean to like cut you off. But once you see that, like once people see that, I've had people message me and they're like, wow, I didn't know that you could actually make that much money with this. So not only does it show you like more money, like, you know what I mean? Like you may only be posting about $500 extra a month, but maybe that person's a red and they see those high numbers and they're like, all right, I'm in. So whenever we're posting about our business, whenever we're doing things with this business, don't always look at it from your point of view. You have to get out of your mindset and get yourself into the potentials mindset, and all 4 colors potentials mindset. So that's why sometimes I post about helping people. That's why sometimes I post about, oh my God, we're having so much fun. Blues. Sometimes I post all the statistics about it because that's attracts green. Sometimes I post about all the money because that's red. So you have to post for all the different colors, and learning them is just going to change your business because you want every color. Every color is a good leader. Every color brings balance and brings something different to the table that you maybe can't offer because you're not that color. So, yeah, your turn, Taylor.
That's all I had. That's all the notes I took.
Unless someone else had something to add. I feel like I know Cassie, I don't know if you got something. And I feel like other people that were there. But something else that I wrote down on the bottom of my notes is you're going to go through things to learn and grow through them, and then you can help your team overcome them. So if y'all know me, y'all know I've been through a lot, okay? And that's because now I can help you guys, and I can like tell my team, like, it's okay if, you know, this is going on, or it's okay if someone quits as a Ruby and you're trying to promote, like everything will be okay. Like, so you go through things not to discourage you, but something else I just heard on a devotional this morning, and it was like, wow, it hit home. They said that if you are trying to grow, I need to rewatch it and watch it and like write it down or re-listen to it. But it said if you're trying to grow, basically, like that's when the enemy is going to attack you the most, is because you're trying to grow. And that really hit home, because think about promoting time. Sometimes things happen, right? It's because you're growing. So it's like kind of a good thing that things, you know, go bad. And that I'm not speaking that on y'all. I'm just saying that it's okay, because then you overcome it, you learn how to handle it, and you can teach your team how to do it too. So, does anyone else want to add anything? Does anyone have any questions? Cassie, are you unmuting yourself?
I tried, but I don't know if this mic works.
Yes, gotcha.
Oh, good. I was like fixing it, and I was like, I think I broke it. So one of the things that I kind of like took away from the event, like I actually got like right when we started. So like I was doing registration, and there's like all these top leaders that I'm like crazy obsessed with, and I couldn't even breathe because they were right there, and other people didn't know who they were. And I was like, you can be the most successful person in the room and not brag about it. Like they ID'd the Duns, like physically asked for their IDs, give them their wristbands. And I was like watching it happen. I was like, yeah, no, they look like real people. They do. Like they didn't come in on a magical carpet with like horses. Like they walked in as regular people, and they stood in the same lines with us, and they got the same wristbands. So it's like there's really no difference as people. other than they've just kept going. Like, and then I just like through the whole event, I was like, we don't know like the people that are on stage until we do. Like all of the work that they put in for the years and years and years to get there, we don't see that. Like we don't think about it, we don't see it. We're just like, oh my God, they're like right there and magical things happen. And it's like they had to put a lot of work. Like Ashley Mayfield was like, you didn't see like the whole year where she like bulldozed her team to get there. Like you didn't see them until it was like their debt-free journey, and they were loud about it. And it's like there's still people in the company who don't know them. They're still successful. Not everyone has to know who you are for you to be successful. You just put in the work and you just do it every day. That was my thing.
Yeah, absolutely. They talked about how, like, if you watch Ashley Mayfield's videos, she goes into her story where she and Jason were basically like fired and let go from all these different churches for being different. You guys, we get embraced in this business for being different. Like, I don't even need to name all the top leaders that are not, fitting the mold. Like, we could not have purple hair in like a regular corporate job. You know what I mean? Like, there's all these things that like we are in getting praised for thinking outside the box, for creating, host to post messages, for doing these things that in other companies, like it's not praised upon, it's not looked good upon. And for us, like to be able to maximize on that, like it's just absolutely amazing. Like I don't know of any other company that is loud and proud about bonuses, about going debt free. Like I even asked Taylor that. I'm like, we're talking about another company. And I'm like, I don't hear any buzz about them. Like, are they even still in business? And it's because like they're not vocal and like crazy like we are. And that's a good thing. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it, you guys. We just hope and pray that you guys go to events if you've never been to one. I know for me, I've been to over 40 in 3 years, and it's not because I like to spend money on them or it's because I have nothing better to do, because trust me, I do. But I just know that it is like the best thing for me and for my business. And I show up because not only does it lead by example for your team, but it also, changes you. Every event changes you just a little bit. And sometimes it changes you a lot of it. Okay. We always say either the event needs you or you need the event. Either way, just go. Trust the people that you look up to that keep showing up. Like if they keep going, that means you should be going too. And leaving that, I encourage you guys to go look at the calendar. What's the next event closest to you? Or just set your heart on green carpet and do what it takes to get there. There's absolutely no excuse why you can't have money to go to Florida in however many months it is. Okay, fast start focus, sign a DT, 2 LCs, you got yourself $100, put it away. That starts your vacation fund for Florida. Okay, paycation. But I know for me, like this Friday, me and like 5 teammates are going to Orlando to see Pam again. So it's a never ending thing. And if you want this bad enough, you're going to find a way. Okay. So just remember that there's a will, there's a way. And thank you guys for hopping on. I'll get the replay posted on my YouTube, and I hope you guys have a good night. Bye.